Before we get into today's episode, I would like to take a quick moment to address what you're about to see. Things got a little more heated than expected, and we had a couple guests walk off, myself included. That's never the goal, and I apologize for that. Here at the Real Game and Gimmick podcast, we all about real conversations, but we also about respect. We didn't quite strike that balance with what you're about to see right here. So to our listeners, I want to say we take full accountability for what happened, and we moving forward, we will do better. So let's start the show.
You're tuned in to the Real Game No Gimmick podcast, hosted by LBC.
We gonna throw down. That's right. We gonna get serious.
Party time.
Hey, yo, what's the deal, man? This is the Real Game No Gimmick podcast, and we back. We back at it. Everybody here, the team is here. Jazzy B back. Welcome back, Jazzy B. What up, PG?
What's happening? What's happening? Jazzy B.
What up, Jay?
Hey, hold on. I tried to do like Pooh. I tried to be like Pooh real quick. Hold on. Brr. You hear me? Brr,
nigga stupid.
Hey, you hear me? We in here. What going on, gang?
Boy, Pooh going to jail.
Man, let's get into it. Fuck it, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Pooh going to jail.
Pooh going down. No,
Pooh going to jail. Wait a minute. I know we getting into it.
I want to be on record when this come out. I want to be on record. Pooh, free Pooh. Fuck it, free Pooh, man.
That nigga said free Pooh.
All right.
I guess.
But yeah,
that nigga going down. But it's kind of interesting. I just was listening to academics talk about some things, and it sounds like he might have a pathway out for real.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, so all right. I don't know how much y'all really know about what's all the details of what's in the paperwork and what's in the documents and stuff. But so the dad right now, based off the paperwork, the dad is the head honcho that they got as the man that he's the head ringleader of this whole situation, first and foremost. Then second of all, they don't have any video evidence of the actual incident happening. And then even with Gucci Mane's security being an off-duty police officer, the police officer can't testify to anything that he wasn't actually in the room to see. Okay. And because the security guard was in the hallway while they was getting robbed and didn't come in, he was never out actually in there while they were getting robbed. It's kind of like it could be a lot of hearsay, and you got to have full evidence.
Concrete evidence.
Yeah, you got to have that full evidence to be able to say, yeah.
But I will let you know. I will tell you this: a victim's testimony is evidence enough if that victim is still alive.
Yeah.
So Gucci would have to testify to everything that's been said right now. He would have to actually sit on that stand and say, "Yep, that happened. Yep, that happened."
What did Gucci Mane say he'll never do?
Turn it sideways.
HB, he said, "Turn it sideways. Turn your phone sideways."
What did Gucci say he'll never do though?
I never take the stand.
So with that being said, I mean that's your pathway out. That's your clear pathway out.
I hear it.
Because Pooh didn't actually even rob nobody except for Gucci. So the cameraman, I don't know. I just say it's a pathway out for him. I ain't saying he gonna get off.
So there's video footage?
There's no video footage. Well, actually, no, there is video footage.
Though.
There is video footage, but the video footage that they have supposedly, if there is video footage, supposedly Big 30 recorded this situation on his phone.
On his phone, got you.
It wasn't cameras in the location.
Yeah, it was cameras, but they wasn't running. The cameraman wasn't actually recording. So Guwap Shiesty, Big 30, and his dad, they went into a separate area of the whole room. Like they was in a closed room while the cameraman and the other dudes that came with Pooh Shiesty was out in another section of the place. If that makes sense. It's almost like if you look at it like a house, let's say Pooh and them, they came into one bedroom and everybody else was out in the living room. You can say
I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. So also, okay, so you giving me a little more inside detail. I knew about all of what you had just spoke on about who could say they seen what. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been following it tough enough, but now when you place the house aspect, I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's like you can't really necessarily like it's kind of hard. It's a lot of hearsay right now, and until they actually go, like you know how on Dirk's case they say, oh well, we got a terabyte of data right here that says this is what they did.
Yes,
it's not the same with Pooh Shicey's situation. It's kind of a little bit different.
So basically, when it boiled down, what you're saying with Pooh Shicey's situation is like if Gucci keep it street, Pooh Shiesty gonna walk.
Most likely, yeah, for sure.
Even nobody else can say this happened, but Gucci.
Well, no, because you gotta think the cameraman supposedly got robbed also, right? And I don't know how true this is, but it's some rumor. It's some rumor that's out there that says that the people took. Also, again, that's just out there. I don't know if that happened. I don't know if that's true or not. But
allegedly.
Yeah, as far as if anybody else can say, the only other person that can say something would be the cameraman. But then you got to have the evidence to show like you don't have this, you missed this, because apparently the bag that they had, this shit is funny as fuck. But the bag that they had took from the cameraman had air tags.
We heard
right?
About this shit,
right. So it's like
about this shit some months ago though, right?
Yeah, happened in January. Yeah, the streets did. The streets did, but not the
streets heard about it the day it happened.
Right.
That shit was floating around for sure.
I
don't know. I think it's gonna be an uphill battle. We'll see what all turns out. I mean, the dad is a snitch anyway, so the dad might fuck around and do some shit, work out some shit.
I don't know, but this sounds like the same. Didn't Suge do that to wasn't it?
Easy.
Didn't Suge do that to Easy? Oh my god, I love it, bro. Easy, but he made him sign a blank contract. Like, god damn.
I hear what you say. I hear what you're saying, HB, but it's a little different. This is a little different.
No, it's a whole lot of different. It's like them niggas did.
If they pull up some type of if they able to get the find out how did Gucci actually get his property back, I think they fucked.
It was an air tag in the thing. What they say?
No, it wasn't no air tag. It wasn't no air tag on that man's ring and his earrings and his necklace.
LBC. LBC.
Sure.
I gotta hear your point of view, dog. You the only one I ain't really spoke on this. But I'm waiting on you. I'm really waiting on you.
I ain't got nothing on this.
You don't?
Nah.
All right, if you want to say it, LBC, I'll say it for you. Pooh Shiesty probably the dumbest nigga in the world if this actually goes through. I say it for you, LBC.
That's what I was gonna say.
I ain't gonna
my
say
nigga
like,
robbed him.
My
nigga robbed him with an ankle monitor on.
And that's what I'm about to say, because this should be like world's dumbest criminal. And then why do your people travel all the way from Memphis to come to this meeting?
Shit,
why you need all these people? No, if that was the case, they would have been already been there. You knew you had this meeting.
That's his people he ride with.
Okay, they should have been there in the city already where the meeting was. Like that, to me, this sounds like the world's dumbest criminal type shit. Like I don't understand. But I mean, if like what you saying, if his dad gonna take the fall, I think that's the best thing to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? But he's stupid. You supposed to be a superstar, whatever, rapper, blah blah blah. What you out here committing crime for? You supposed to have people that do that for you, dummy. You're not supposed to be the one out here.
Or like
How you
goddamn it,
messing up the bag?
rap your
Agreed.
way out of that shit. Like now you
Rap your
got Big
way.
30. Hold on, they like Big 30, the big nigga.
So
He was holding the door open. You know what I'm saying? Well, shit, that might be good for him.
LBC,
Sure.
can I play the devil's advocate here?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Can I come with the unpopular opinion?
Go ahead.
Man, it's fucking over for this nigga. It's
Shiesty?
over for Pooh Shiesty, dog. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Pooh Shiesty, the only reason I feel like Pooh Shiesty was hot is because the way he sounded his delivery. The nigga don't talk about shit, bro. He don't talk about shit. Not
I
the
would say
motherfucking thing.
I would say that's not playing devil's advocate. I would think everybody know this nigga going down. This nigga going down. My thing about it is, what I've been tripping on is, and the reason I wanted to really talk about this shit was, niggas talking about Gucci a snitch, and I want to. That's the shit I want to talk about for real, for real. That's the angle I want to get at.
Let's get it.
Because the shit I've been seeing, the niggas that saying it, man, these niggas ain't sold a gram in their life.
That part.
I mean, this new shit, these niggas that's calling niggas snitches and rats and this ain't street. These niggas ain't crossed the street. You feel me? I
But
find
you
this shit
invited
amazing,
them,
bro.
but
I'm
they
amazed.
invited to the party. But they invited to the party, LBC.
No, they eavesdropping on the party. They dipping. They don't got the real information.
No, they are invited to the party. You the street culture has become pop culture now.
But listen, let me say this though, Jay, I'm not. Well, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna say this: listening to trap music all day long, all your life, and sitting in the trap for real, trapping, serving swerves. That's a whole different thing and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Them niggas ain't getting no real. Them niggas only think they think they know. You feel me?
But that's all it takes for you to become to inherit that lifestyle. You know how many people got tricked into being trappers or street niggas, and then they found out that they wasn't that, and whenever they got into the real situation, it's the same thing as with these people that comment on the stuff. It's the same shit. You commenting on it, that puts you in it. Once you get in it, you realize you don't realize that you're not in it for real until you really get involved in some shit.
I totally agree, and and I wish these funny niggas that's all these social media street niggas. I wish they could get a small little sample, just get not nothing major, just a little pressure apply on them, and see how fast them niggas tell on the.
Because I'm telling you, man, the things like I bro, I agree with y'all, and so to go back just to add an addendum onto what you were saying earlier, LBC. And I don't mean playing devil's advocate as saying that he cooked, but I'm saying devil's advocate as far as his music. I like his music, but I like the way he sound, but he don't talk about shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like a fan like that. Like, I will give it up like that, but I'm not a Pooh Shiesty fan. I'm not the Pooh Shiesty fan because of what, you know what I'm saying? Because of his content. But that's why I said that. But
go ahead.
No. So I'm just saying I agree with y'all like this to go to the point of the snitching thing and to talk about the niggas who don't really know. Like LBC, we already know. Like we know. We matter of fact, everybody on here comes from the era. I think maybe would except Jazzy B, because Jazzy B come from New York. That's a whole different vibe. That's a whole different what's the name. But we come from the actual era where we used to be outside on the corner. We used to actually be there. We used to have spots. We used to have areas. We used to be in places like really in the street. The street been changed since a lot of these niggas was even born. That's talking about the subject. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when you say they eavesdropping, I understand. I fully agree with you. It's like they eavesdropping because they never really been there because nigga, they can't even tell you, they can't even name you they local crackhead, nigga. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like so to your point, I agree with that shit because it's totally changed and you cannot fake the funk like it ain't changed.
So I got two things I want to say to both of y'all's points. They two separate points. The one is LB talking about Gucci not snitching. So I have to ask this question. Coming from, and I'm not from y'all's era, but I'm from the era that came right after y'all. So I was taught the same lessons that y'all was taught. Maybe my generation didn't carry them through as much, but I made sure the person that I am, I carried through with those lessons, right? And with that being said, I was taught, you know, you don't give no statements to them people. You don't give no statements to them folks. I understand that Buddy was robbed and all that, but if you say that, if you give the detail, if I'm say I'm street and I said I'm never going to talk to them people, I'm never going to take the stand. If I live this persona of being a gangster, if y'all know that I'm a gangster, like I've been out in these streets for real, and then I get robbed by somebody and I give them a description of something that, hey, no, buddy that had the gun to the back of my head, he was wearing this Nike shiesty.
But hold on.
Is that not coincided with
I mean,
you doing a little bit too much stuff?
If you got
before you,
hey, so LBC PG, what I'm trying to find out, is that not a form of is that not coincide with
snitching?
Yeah.
They got cameras, they got pictures and shit. They
got
a bunch of niggas.
I get the camera thing, I get the pictures, I get that. LBC, what you think, bro?
Hold on, give me 1 second.
All right.
I'm gonna just say what I think. I think if you claim to be in that street life and if you holding that code or that you holding it like that, at the end of the day, you need to handle it the way that it's supposed to be handled, and the police getting involved ain't the way you're supposed to handle it.
So
even if your security guard is an off duty police officer and you letting him do his story or report or whatever, you still don't have to you don't have to say anything. You don't got to corroborate anything. My fault about that, LBC. I know you was about to start speaking, but
no, you good. Okay, my thoughts is this. This is my thoughts. I ain't listen to. I ain't no Gucci listener. You feel me?
Okay.
I don't listen to Gucci. What up, Reg?
Reg, into the studio. Let's get it.
How y'all doing?
Listen,
chilling.
So we on that Gucci shit right now,
love
Reg.
Gucci, nigga. My brother loves.
All right, hold on. Pause, HB.
HB, let got you.
So shit. Fuck, never mind. I forgot.
No, go ahead. You got the floor.
I lost it. I forgot.
Well, just make sure you think about is what he did snitch. If you talk to them people, is he snitching?
That's what it was.
Is that a form of snitch?
That's what it was. That's what it was. All right, I don't listen to Gucci like that. I don't know, but when the last time he been saying? Do he still do music? He still do street music? He still street?
Yes, he still do. He signed Pooh Shiesty off of making street music. In the song, they talked about robbing a rapper after they did a session together. So Gucci still on it. Still on it. He's still promoting that debauchery music. Yes.
Because I'm gonna tell you, from what I listen to his music, from what I see though, I don't see him as a street nigga no more. I could be wrong. I don't see him as a street nigga. This nigga been on Breakfast Club. Street niggas don't go on Breakfast Club talking about having
was on
bipolar
Breakfast
with their
Club,
wife.
LBC.
Hold on, huh?
Pooh Shiesty was on Breakfast Club.
Hold on. Street niggas don't go on Breakfast Club with their wife talking about they give me bipolar pills and help me with this and that. That ain't street nigga shit. So I'm just saying, this is my opinion. So I ain't see him as a street nigga no more. So whatever he did, he did. He told. That is what it is. Because I ain't see him as a street nigga when he was on Breakfast Club with his wife looking like a fucking puppet. In my opinion.
Damn, that was tough.
In my opinion, I'm just saying. So I ain't see him at the street no more. So whatever what he did right now, I don't see as
LBC. That was
contradictory to what he's been on.
That was cold.
It's contradictory to the type of music he makes. But I agree with you. He's not like how he used to be. Is that an excuse? Is that an excuse though? No, because he's still portraying to be this street nigga, right? He's still putting up this front. So if you putting up this front to be the street nigga, you kind of got to take it. But on the other hand,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
On the other hand, though, what I would have did what Gucci did right now, if I was him in his shoes in his predicament right now, I would have told him.
Hey, let me say, can I ask a question to everybody in the group? Can I ask everybody a question real quick? Okay. And I don't even, because I feel like this. Real niggas who really did it back in the day, don't talk about it now. You feel me? So what I'm doing right now, what I'm saying right now, go against what the fuck I really believe in and shit. But like, okay, so when I was younger, I was in them traps. You feel me? I was doing all that shit. I was in them traps. You feel me? I was doing dirt. I was a street nigga. You feel me? At 18 through 20 something, I was. Do that mean I can't tell them niggas right now though? If somebody do something to me, I'm asking y'all. This is a question. Right now, at my age, right now, if a nigga do something to me, am I not? What do I gotta still follow those street rules that I did when I was in the trap? Because I don't got no rules. I'm telling you niggas right now.
I'm gonna tell you what my rule is. Family first. So if it comes in between me protecting my livelihood, my money, my family, my wife, my children, then it ain't about a snitching thing, because I'm never snitching. If you really in the streets, you understand the root of snitching. Snitching is volunteering information.
Right.
I ain't volunteering shit. Something was done to me.
Right.
I'm just telling the fucking.
I'm the victim.
I'm the fucking victim. I'm just telling what happened. I'm just telling you what happened. That's it. Whatever you want to do with that, cool. If I choose to handle it another kind of way because y'all ain't doing your job, don't come at me wrong, because I've already did my part as a citizen. As a taxpaying citizen, I did my part. I told you a detailed description of what happened. That's it. If it don't go no further than that, it is what it is. If I gotta handle it another kind of way, don't come back at me, because you motherfuckers didn't do what it was to protect the taxes that I pay to you bitches. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where we go with that, on some grown man shit. So all that snitching shit, kind of with me, go out the window, because unless you doing dirt and I voluntarily come and give you some, this nigga over here pushing this nigga over here pushing that, and you ain't never asked me for shit, then that's snitching. Let's get to the real root of it. Motherfuckers got this shit twisted because they never been out there, like you said, LBC, a day in their motherfucking life. They ain't never been out there on the real motherfucking street, on the real turf, to understand what real snitching is. Niggas think being a nigga, niggas then took the snitching to the point where you supposed to be a victim. You got me fucked up. For one, I'm not gonna ever be a victim, because either it's gonna happen to me or you. And I guarantee it's not gonna be me. If it got anything to do with it, if I got anything to do with it, it's not gonna be me. So when the police come ask some questions, I'm gonna have to tell them why I laid your bitch ass down. You know what I'm saying?
Now
and
he did. Is he wrong? He changed his life. Yeah, he changed his life. He did come out on some
because this is business.
But at the end of the day, he's still selling to the general. He's still making music that tells people we don't snitch. We hold the code in the street. We don't do
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
But he went and did the complete opposite. It's almost like that Beyonce shit that I always be talking about to the females, where I be like, y'all follow Beyonce to the grave, right? But she'll tell everybody, hey, we can get it to the left, we can find a replacement. But when Jay-Z did that shit to her, what the fuck did she do? She ain't find no replacement. She stayed the fuck put.
She stayed
right. She got all these women out here acting off of that mentality, but they not looking at the real actual picture. And that's the thing I'm talking about. So we looking at it like, oh no, he ain't snitch. Well, shit, they saying Young Thug ain't snitch too.
So Jay, hold on, Jay. I still disagree with y'all, man. Listen, just like, let me read this comment, man. Look, when you own the business, you got to do what the business costs for insurance. The claims that have to be made, reports have to be filed, insurance mandates. Like it's certain things that ain't really snitching, but you have to give the details of what went on. All this nigga jury, when you spend over, listen, and I'm just gonna be honest here. None of us got any jury that's over $100,000. When you have jury and property that's worth that, there are certain things that insurance calls for when those things get taken and when PG, something happens to them and those claims.
How he get all that jury back, PG? It wasn't through the insurance company.
He got it back because he had an air tag on his shit.
He didn't have an air tag on his necklace, on his earrings, and on his ring.
That air tag. Listen.
So how he get it back? So y'all can understand what the air tag.
You tell me how he got it back.
Listen, the air tags was in the cameraman's in the bag. Louis bag. It was in his bag. It wasn't on Gucci's chain, on Gucci's wedding ring, and Gucci's earrings. That shit was on Gucci. Gucci didn't have no air tags on none of that shit.
But they happen to be in the same place.
They got that shit like Pooh said in the song. Get that shit back in blood. They got it back. It wasn't no cops involved. It wasn't no insurance involved.
How they get it back?
Hey, look, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all keep saying something about insurance claims and all this. It wasn't no insurance claim, nigga. They made some calls. They got the street people out involved in it, and they got the shit back. That's really what happened. It wasn't no cops involved. Gucci still moving the same way Gucci moves. However, the caveat now in this situation is he had an off-duty cop that put a petition in, put some statements in, and he corroborated the statements.
So let me ask this question.
So Gucci didn't say nothing then, is what you're saying?
Yes, he did. He said Pooh Shiesty is the one that had the Nike ski mask on.
What was
he said that somebody, I don't know who, I don't remember who the people was, but he told about Big 30 standing in front of the door. He told about the situation. It's in the paperwork. It's in the black and white.
He snitched and he was supposed to, because we're talking about business. We're talking about millions of dollars now.
Now,
what can he have done?
I still don't.
I ain't saying he wouldn't. He shouldn't have.
That's why I said I agree with both y'all.
He did snitch, my nigga. Like he snitched.
He did.
We can't dress it up this time. We can't dress.
If you got came to about a situation, how is that snitching?
If I got came to about a situation, I got
one situation public.
I got one or two options, because first and foremost, this wasn't public. It was private. Nobody really knew. It was just rumors and most.
Oh, Jay.
Yeah,
Jay. I think that's a societal problem. Like we got to, like as a community, we got to dead that. We got to dead that, because we ain't doing nothing but holding ourselves fucking hostage. We think that niggas is supposed to do shit to us, and we supposed to let it go. But on the reverse hand, if I retaliate on you, I'm gonna go to jail. Why should I go to jail for some shit you did to me? I'm the victim.
That part. If I lay them niggas down,
no. That's he can't slide. He can't slide.
Yes, you can. If he chose that life, you gotta go by that life.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you where he can't. We got contract work. We got it in black and white.
I don't know no millionaires in the street.
We talking about black and white.
What you mean?
It's a contract.
OJ the Juice Man, he was in the streets.
He's not a millionaire.
But listen,
he was a millionaire.
They signed a contract. So how am I going to keep
Dirk a millionaire? He in the streets. Pooh a millionaire? He in the streets.
Them niggas ain't in the streets once you a millionaire, bro.
Hey man,
once you a millionaire, you not in the streets no more, my nigga.
Hey, look, let me ask you this then. If I'm say I'm a millionaire, and say y'all my entourage, let's just say, and this is just for entertainment purposes. So if anybody get a hold of this recording, don't try and indict none of us. But let's just say I got an op in the streets and I need that man's head. And I say LBC, PG, and Reggie, I'm about to send y'all out there. Whoever bring me back his personal belongings, I got 100 bands for you right now. Am I not still in the streets?
Hell no, man.
Nah, that ain't in the streets.
Oh man, my hands dirty.
You use in the streets.
My hands is dirty.
That ain't in the street.
You use in the streets, my nigga.
Yeah, the nigga that's doing it in the streets. See, that's the whole
You're
thing.
not. That's what I'm trying to. You see, you understand me, Reggie? Once you get past
Because that's
that
like saying
part, you can't be in the streets no more, my nigga.
that's like saying Puff is a street nigga. That's like saying Puff is a street nigga.
No, it's not saying Puff is
not a street nigga,
but it does say that Puff is in the streets.
No,
That's
he
what
is.
it is.
He's street
He
nigga.
It's not meaning. It doesn't mean that you're a
It's a
street
difference
nigga
between
because you're
using
doing things
and
that
in it.
involve being in the streets.
It's a difference between using and in it. It's a big difference.
In the streets,
I can't look at Puff.
and my definition of in the streets mean I ain't getting no nigga to do it. I'm doing it.
Thank you.
Cause I'm in the streets.
That means I'm not working because I'm hungry.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. We gonna be the gimmick gang, right? No gimmick gang, right? NGG, right? We rep that shit to the death, right? Let's say LBC, you the mob boss. You the boss of this whole shit, bro. Look, you the one that bark out all the orders, nigga. You ain't in the streets then, right?
Right.
No, nigga, you're still in the streets too, because you're the boss. You're the head of the snake, nigga. You're the one they gonna cut. You're the one they trying to chop off.
But he the company man. He the legal one.
You sent me.
We the one in the streets. He not in the streets no more.
Saying though, Jay.
Y'all right.
He not in the streets no more. We done took him out the streets because we became his workers.
Now let me ask you a question.
So everybody that's in the gang, everybody that's in the gang, if the person that's at the top of the gang, they are no longer in the streets. We got to acknowledge that.
My question is this. How is this street shit when we got paperwork? That's all I want to know. And lawyers. We got paperwork and lawyers. How is this street shit?
That's true. That's true.
It can't be. Can't be.
Y'all got it. Y'all right.
And that's why I feel that Gucci Man should have told. He definitely told. He's a snitch, but he should.
Is that what happened?
Nah, he can't be a snitch because he ain't in the streets. He a civilian. Civilians can't snitch. Only people in the streets can snitch.
That nigga's a businessman. That nigga's a business owner.
He ain't.
That's it. I don't know.
He's not a businessman. His wife is a
with
businessman. He's not the businessman. His wife is the businessman. His wife is the one that runs all that. Hey, LBC, you said you watched him on the Breakfast Club. His wife run everything, right? Okay, so his wife is the businessman. He's not nothing but a person that's a body. He's just a body. Really, he's a vegetable. He's a vegetable, if you ask me, because he ain't a street nigga. He ain't a businessman.
Okay, let me say this.
And if we go back on any of his past business dealings, we'll see all of them fucking business dealings flop.
Street nigga would be he putting pack. He still got niggas, even if he ain't. He putting packs out on the street. I can consider that a street nigga, but he putting packs out. I mean, what nigga? So if a person called a hire a hitman if a woman hire a hitman to kill her husband, is she a street bitch?
Come on, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. You just kind of changed the whole game plan just now. That's not what we're talking about. No, listen, bro. You just said if the man is bringing packs to the state, if he putting packs in the street, he's in the streets, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
So if a man is calling hits on people, he's not in the streets.
So if a woman hire a hitman to kill her husband,
was Griselda Blanco in the streets? Was Griselda Blanco in the streets?
Nope.
Yeah. Man, I don't know.
Yeah.
PG,
You know why she was in the streets? You know why
she wasn't in the streets?
Yes, she was. You know why she was? You know why? Yes, she was. You know why? Because she was doing the shit herself too. Don't think she wasn't a killer herself. She was killing motherfuckers herself.
No. I get that, Reggie. So that just makes her a killer. But could you find Griselda Blanco in the trenches?
Yes, she
No, you
started
could not.
out.
No, you
Yeah.
could not, nigga.
She
When she
depending
was
on
a
what
boss,
town you're talking
when
about.
she
It
was
depends on
a
what town.
boss, you could not find her where the workers were.
when she was a boss, but before she was a boss, she had to get there, right? She had to put some work in,
But
right?
once you leave that point, you're not there no more, bro. You're untouched.
Yeah, we ain't sending Christians. We ain't sending all the way hands
Right.
clean.
But you
I'm
can't. We're
just
not sitting
saying
here talking about.
when you got a certain listen,
We
man.
ain't saying
Listen,
clean hands. We ain't
nigga,
say
man.
clean
I'm
hands.
just
We ain't say
saying,
hands.
man.
We ain't say spotless clean. We
When
said
you got
niggas under the
M's,
street.
you can't afford to be in the street.
You can afford to be
Because you're
wherever
gonna
you wanna
lose
be.
that shit. You're gonna lose that shit.
That's
Look at Dirk. Look at Dirk. You wanted
See,
to
bro.
make an example out of Dirk and say he was just a street nigga. That shit finna be gone in a minute. That nigga gone. That nigga is going down. Out of here. You had that. You couldn't stay where you was at. You wanted to stay and dabble in the streets where you didn't have no business. When you got to that point where you were supposed to be out of that shit, you wanted to dabble in it, and this is what you get.
Hey, in the chess game, when you playing chess, you got pawns and you got knights and you got bishops and all this shit. You got the king and the queen, right? The king,
Yeah.
the king is the head of the thing. Like if you knock him off, he done. But ain't the king still on the chessboard? He's still on the chessboard, right? So if I mean, I look at it the same way, bro. If you making boss moves and you making calls and you doing this and you doing that,
Hold on, because I gotta understand if you really know how to play chess. Because what you just explained didn't make no sense to me.
why not? I mean, they all
because
I know how to play chess. Hold on, wait. Let me let me just make sure we on the same page because I said we got pawns, bishops, knights, and rooks and all this stuff, right?
Okay,
and you got the king and the queen, right? The king is technically like you don't really do too much with the king. You move it one space here, one space there, like whatever. But that's not the analogy of the conversation. The analogy of the conversation is most times people say we playing chess, right? And we look at life as a game of chess, right? And if I'm saying that the person that's the head of the snake, who is the person that's calling all the plays, but he not necessarily hand to hand, or he not the man that's actually pulling the trigger or whatever. He's just the man that's there, and he only doing this or doing that. He's just doing one or two things. Okay, well, he's going to be considered the king piece in this situation because he's the head of the whole operation. Well, if you take him off the board, your whole squadron is over with, right? It's done, right? That's when we get the Ricos. That's how we get Ricos and shit, right? Once you try and wrap up the whole thing and you take the head down too, that's a Rico, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
checkmate.
so that's
checkmate. Okay. The move is checkmate.
Okay, that's a Rico, right?
That's when the king can't move no more.
That's a Rico, right?
Okay.
I'm waiting on PG because PG said he don't understand what I'm saying.
Because I hear your analogy because you said something about the king being taken off the board. Like the king. Yeah, so I want to ask you something like in chess, the king is never off the board.
If you checkmate me,
the goal is to check. The goal is to not make the king be able to move anymore.
Once you take the king off the board, it's over with. You
can't take the king off the board.
So you taking it too direct. I'm not saying you're taking him off the board by saying, "Oh, I got your king." I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, once you got that king, he's done. There's nothing else he can do. He's off the board. There's nothing else left to do. Checkmate, Rico, whatever you want to call it. But he's still on that chessboard, right?
So let me ask you this: he always on the chessboard. The king never leaves the chessboard.
All right. Well, then
to answer your question, hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question.
He never left the streets.
I'm gonna ask you a question though. The king never. I'm gonna answer yours, but to ask you one. The king never leaves the chessboard. But to ask you a question, is the king ever 3 spaces up? No.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just.
He never moves that far because he's never in the fucking streets, my nigga.
I'm not.
He's never in the streets, bro. The king don't make the moves.
Hey, it was a clear, concise analogy of what I was saying.
The king is not the aggressor,
it was a clear, concise analogy to what I said, bro. At the end of the day, Gucci was the king piece in this chessboard, and at the end of the day, that means he's still in the streets. He was once in the streets, and he's still in the streets. regardless of what we talking about.
In chess, the king is never in the streets. But go ahead.
All right, you got.
I would say he was
portraying. That's what I said.
in the streets still.
You said what, Red?
Fact. I agree with that. He was portraying.
I would say that he was. I would say he was portraying to still be in the streets. I would agree.
That nigga used to be a pawn and made himself a king, nigga. That's the difference that y'all don't see. He used to be in the streets, but when you're not in the streets no more, then you have to put yourself in a different position to protect everything that you have amassed.
In the rap game is the kings of their chessboard, bro. Kings of their chessboard. Gucci is a king. Young Thug is a king of his chessboard. I mean, you obviously got the ultimate king of their chessboard, of the full chessboard, but it's like a tournament here. We got a tournament on this table. Gucci would portray a street dude. He want to make music about being a street dude. We don't know what he's doing in the streets. We don't know what he's doing to Atlanta, for Atlanta, or in Atlanta. But if he portrays it, we have to take him for what he's saying. Because in the beginning, we all said Gucci was the realest nigga ever, and people still didn't believe it whenever they said that he got robbed, because they said, "Oh no, Gucci ain't getting robbed. He gonna kill something." So
and he did.
He was a street nigga. He's still a street nigga,
and he did.
Cool. I'm okay. We killed that Gucci shit.
Facts.
No, we ain't kill it because we ain't get to no resolution.
We ain't got a resolution.
Well, we ain't gonna agree.
It ain't our business.
We not gonna agree.
I ain't on trial.
we can't even agree. We can't even agree what snitching is, let alone agree if the nigga snitched or not.
I just think the street cred and the fucking and the not snitching shit. I wish it would end, because again, it don't really benefit us in any way. It doesn't.
True. There is no street code. There ain't never been no street code.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
It's not. We all know people that have snitched on people that ain't do shit to them. Nothing.
Facts. And that's
really not fucking
snitching.
with them.
And that's really snitching.
Mm-hmm.
Let's switch subjects.
Let's get it.
I got another one for Jay. I'm trying to say Jay already. We already got Jay going, so let's keep on going.
Look at this. Hey, his eyes is together. They close together.
Let's talk. Let's talk Drewski in this fucking
Let's get it.
Air quote white face. Ain't no listen. So I made a post. I made a post saying there is no such thing as white face. There is no such thing as motherfucking white face. Blackface was a thing because it was a thing, and that really happened. You feel me? It was used to make fun of black people as a race. Juicy was making fun of one bitch. That ain't racism. That's comedy.
It wasn't racism.
That's comedy.
Go ahead.
It wasn't racism. They just act like I'm gonna tell you something. I've never seen nothing like Charlie Kirk, right? You literally can't say nothing about him. I made a post about him. I just showed the video of what happened to him in real life, right? And I got banned from YouTube, which is almost impossible.
I bet.
For like 6 months because of that shit. You can't say nothing about this motherfucker, right? Drewski is bare minimum a quarter white himself. Bare minimum.
Huh?
Right? His grandfather is white as a fuck. Drewski himself, bare minimum, is a quarter white. Bare minimum. Right? And you act like you can't say nothing about this bitch. If that's if that's racism, White Chicks the movie would have never been invented.
Go ahead, Jay. Or Jazz, somebody.
I just need to know what we actually speaking on. Is we speaking on whiteface being racist, or is we speaking on was Drewski's skit racist?
Well, I don't even believe there is a such thing as whiteface.
I want to hear your whole take, Jay. I ain't gonna hold you.
So we talking about was Drewski racist? Ain't no such thing as whiteface. It's not a thing. It was never a thing in history. Ain't no history of black people putting on fucking makeup and pretending to be white people.
Yep. Having whole shows called minstrel shows.
I mean, let's
this is my take on it. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna put it to y'all like this, right? Was Drewski skit racist? No, I don't see the racism in it. Is whiteface a thing? Is it racist? I would say it's the same thing as blackface. It's exactly the same thing as blackface. Like you're literally putting on another person's skin complexion and reenacting what that group of people act like. I mean, if that's what we want to call as being racist, then that's racist. I don't know how we get. I don't know. I don't really understand how we justify one thing for one, and then we don't justify for the other, and then we say.
I don't understand how you making a comparison.
I love this nigga Jay. I love this.
What
nigga
you mean,
Jay.
LBC? It's the same thing. Like, listen, look. If I go put on a fucking comb over wig with the blonde spikes or whatever bullshit going on, and I go put on a white face, bro, and I come on here and I be like, hey, dude, I don't think you guys understand what's really going on in the economy right now. Like, if I came on here and I started talking like this, and I changed my whole mannerism, that means I'm picking fun at a specific group of people, right?
No,
that is what that is, right?
No, to me, you would be playing the character.
I'm gonna tell you, right?
Okay, so cool. If that's the case, then if I got a white homeboy named Sergio. If my homeboy Sergio came on the podcast, I put him on, and y'all knew he was a white guy, but he came on with the black face or with the black little, you know how they got the latex shit. So he got the black John on, he got the dreadlocks and the beard, and he was like, "Yeah, what's up with my guys? What's up with the gang?"
No,
is that the same thing?
No, listen. Let me ask you.
Is it the same thing?
Is he going to exaggerate? I'm asking you a question. Is he going to exaggerate the big ass lips like they did back in the day? Is he going to do that shit too? Is he going to exaggerate our features? Is he going to do that?
Right, or is he going? Or is he going to keep it classy? Like,
I gave y'all the stipulations of the conversation. I gave y'all the stipulations. Y'all asking for more information. All I said was, listen. All I'm saying is whatever the fuck Drewski did, whatever face he put on, this is going to be the same exact face that a white person going to put on that looks like a black person. They're going to do the same thing. Is that racism?
Is he gonna make big, huge, fucking corny, big ass lips? Is he gonna do that? Is he gonna do that?
Answer the question with a question.
I just answered it for you, though, Jay. No,
I can't.
All right. So what you say, PG?
To me, your friend, if he didn't do what LBC is saying, and if he actually just came on with black skin, dreadlocks, with the Rasta hat, and he would be playing a character. I wouldn't take that as racist.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on, though, Jay. But hold on. If he came on with black makeup, like with black shoe polish and white lips, and he was exaggerating the features and doing a certain type of shtick, then yes, that would be blackface.
You're always going to exaggerate it, bro. When we act like a bitch, we always re-exaggerate it. We exaggerate it. You're going to exaggerate somebody you're trying to emulate.
I hear you. I get you. I hear you. I hear you with the exaggeration. I hear you. All right.
So, this is the basis of my question.
So this is the thing. So I understand, Jay. My thing is, and I think that you won't get it. And the reason why you won't get it because you don't understand the actual history of the blackface.
Jay smart as fuck. Of blackface, I understand the history.
I'm not saying he's not smart. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's generalizing it as a group. He's not distinguishing what you're saying to him, LBC, as the exaggeration. When we get to that point, he thinks all of it as the same. He thinks comedy as an exaggeration. He thinks the makeup as an exaggeration, but it's a difference between the two. And you know it, I know it, and I think Reggie understands it too.
All right, hold on, real quick. Let me speak real quick, PG, on that on that synopsis right there. So, have I ever watched any of these people do a blackface skit? I can't say that I have. I don't think I have. I might have seen one, but it's like it was like a blur. It was something that I really wasn't really paying attention to. Now, if you look at if we talking about my basis of my real question was if somebody, and I think you already answered it, PG, if somebody did the exact same thing as what Drewski did, we bet not start calling that shit racist, because at the end of the day, you can't do one for one and then say it's wrong for the other, and that's just what it is, bro. Now, as far as saying, oh, because he exaggerated this or he exaggerated that, or he made my lips too big, or he made the nose too long, or whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, I do think that there are those situations where it was like how we said the Trump video. It was It was just that was probably not your smartest move. But to say that, oh yeah, that's automatically racist, I don't know. I can't sit there and just be like, yeah, this motherfucker racist because they want to put on another person's skin color and act out how they acted out, or how they view people that in that skin color act out.
So I'm before anybody else go, I just want to put two people up there for you, two white people up there for you that I love when they play black characters. Okay. It don't got nothing to do with the comments. I just put the comments up because they come in randomly because people watching live, and I put the comments up. But two people that I love that when they do black characters is Jamie Kennedy, funny as shit. I never take it offensive when he does a black character. And the other person I just had, but he the comments messed me up. Let me see, Jamie Kennedy and. Who's the other person that does black characters, man? That's funny as hell. Anyway, somebody else can go, but to your point, I love it when people play characters. I don't like the blackface. The distinction in the two is what LBC is trying to get. I think you and I think everybody else, all our viewers, to see is that the distinguishing the two is that when blackface is done deliberately. And it's done to a certain way where the exaggeration is like preposterous. It might be simple, but it's preposterous. When they used to do blackface, it was like literally black shoe polish and white fucking lips. That's the real terminology of blackface, and you can actually look it up in a Webster's dictionary. In Webster's dictionary, you cannot look up whiteface because it does not exist. And I think that's what LBC is getting at. Because in the history, no matter what we feel and what we think in history, that term of blackface, that was a whole thing that they used to do to discredit our race, and it was a tactic that was used upon us to get other white people from other Man, it's so fucking deep. You just gotta understand.
Hey,
so
I had a conversation with a guy at my job. Not yesterday, but the other day, because as I said earlier, I was doing a series of talking about is America still racist, and basically his comment to me was it's the history of racism, or it's the history of said people. And when we talk about the history of something, or whatever that means for you or to you, or whatever your history that you lived through, I always have to say, well, that history is called history for a reason. It's in the past. It's been over with. It's been happening. It's been whatever, null and void for a while. Now, is it completely factual for me to say that racism is dead for the most part? No, it's not. But it would be 100% factual for me to say that racism looks a complete different way than it ever did before. And I think that a lot of the issue that we as Black people have, and I think this is going to continue to be a problem for a while, is that we hold on to the history of something that didn't really affect us. And the history that did affect us, we don't take advantage of it.
That's fucking interesting. But history is a phrase. It's a popular phrase that I used to hear a lot. It say some shit like history repeats itself or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
They also say that whoever wins the war tells history.
The victor writes the history.
Facts. That's facts.
If history repeats itself, then I think we are on the correct track by staying in the mindset that we've been in. And I think that at some point there will be a civil war, and the question is, are you going to be on the victorious side, or are you going to be the people that get history wrote about them? Based off of something that Reggie said earlier, I kind of lead towards thinking we might still be on the shit end of the stick.
Shit. I mean, you got to write your own history.
Facts.
Well, that's the thing that I try and preach about all this racism stuff that we keep on talking about. but it doesn't stick. So we can't write our own history because we still living in somebody else's history.
I mean, that's how you take it.
Facts.
Well, no, that's the facts. No, that's the facts.
Your facts.
Yeah, it's definitely the facts. If you take and say, okay, that because the history of blackface is the reason why if a motherfucker put on a black costume today, I'm gonna look at them and say they're racist. Well, that means that you still stuck on the history of it instead of progressing and moving forward and accepting life for what it is, right?
Nah, man, I don't think you heard everything I was saying.
I heard everything everybody said, and I just don't think that.
I said some people.
I'm sure that
sometimes it's playing a character when you
have
play
this conversation. I'm
blackface.
100% sure that you guys will always go against what I say. But I think that if you actually sit back and take the time to listen and think about what I'm saying, it'll probably resonate a little bit. I'm not saying
that's just you. You can't persuade somebody to feel how you feel. I've been here longer than you, and I've seen a lot of shit.
I'm giving you an opportunity to look at things in a different light instead of looking at it in the same light. If you want to keep on looking at it as a victim of something, then that's fine. That's you. Be a victim of whatever you want to be a victim of. But me, I'm not a victim of any of that bullshit that happened in the past because it's the past. None of that shit happened to me, and none of that shit happened to my mom, or none of that shit happened to my dad.
That don't mean I'm a victim. When I recognize it,
you're a victim if you act like a victim. You don't have to be a victim of it. You act like a victim. If you act like a victim, then you're the victim.
You tripping?
How?
You tripping? Because I ain't supposed to say what it is.
Say what? No, it's not about saying. So I'm not saying you don't say what it is. What I'm saying is that if every time
I'm a Malcolm X type of nigga, maybe you might want to read your history on that nigga.
I need to see.
I'm a Malcolm X type of nigga.
Every time you say something about something, it's always got to be attached to is it racist or was that racist or what was that? Is something classified as racism? And it's like, well, bro, it's the world we live in.
Hell yeah.
Or is it the view? Or is it the way that you view things?
Nigga, I've been seeing shit a lot longer than you, my nigga. I get it.
It's not
about you look at the internet, nigga. I go off.
That statement right there tells me one of those comments. That's that statement that I dealt with, my nigga. I've dealt with racism. Like, hey, look, you know, a lot of times it can be a person that can work at a job for 20 years, right? But it could be a new dude that come in for 6 months and he can have a different perspective of how the job works and he can actually help y'all clean that shit up. But because you've been in this shit for 20 years longer, you don't think that it needs to be cleaned up. You cool with it the way it is. Well, a lot of the problems come from being cool the way it is. We look at things fucked up. We look at things wrong. We just had a conversation about Gucci. Was he snitching or was he not snitching? When the whole time the conversation really should have been something completely different. The man got robbed by his artist for shit. Like for real. We need to be talking about that in itself. We talking about whether he snitched or not.
That's what niggas be talking about. That's what people want to hear about.
Exactly. That proves my point. We want to hear the wrong side of shit. We want the wrong things to justify our bias. It's bias confirmation.
Anybody listen to me and understand me, understand. That's all I'm gonna say.
For sure, they're gonna always understand because it's bias confirmation. Everybody that's in your circumstances or everybody that has lived or walked in a similar situation is going to want some type of confirmation of their bias. For sure. I'm just that guy that wants to look at things a little bit different. I want to view things and say, you know what? Maybe it's a different story behind the actual action that just happened.
That sounds good, but all the maybes ain't what it boiled down to.
It's a maybe on both sides, PG. It's a maybe because maybe Drewski was being racist when he did that, but we don't know. We don't know that man's intention.
I really wish I would have got the beginning part of this conversation.
You're always going to say maybe, bro. You're always going to have to say maybe. You're never going to be able to say with 100% fact what another person is doing, whether it's racist or not, because it's all about the intention behind it. And you don't know what their intentions was.
Well, I can answer that because race being him doing something racist with him being making fun of a whole race of people, all white women. He wasn't making fun of all white women. He's making fun of that white woman.
So it can be two things that's true at the same time, right? So you're right in the sense that if he was trying to make jokes at all white women, then he would have did maybe more of an open skit. But there also was the side that I believe that Drewski wore the same outfit when he was doing that pastor skit, and he actually attacked like 5 or 6 different pastors. So you can do. He could have, and if we paid attention, it's probably what he did, where he dressed up as this woman, and he reacted out what he sees white women do.
Facts. No, that is what he did. Didn't he dress up just like her?
Yeah, he was her. He was literally her. And that's why I don't know if it was AI. I'm not sure if it was AI or not, but I seen a picture of her dressed up like him.
Yeah, I did. I saw that too. But that's why it's not racist. I'm playing the character. That's like dressing. That's like playing
listen. How can a black person be racist?
Oh fuck no, bro.
How?
Shit.
How? Somebody tell me how a group of people.
Jay gonna tell you. Hold on.
Wait a minute. How can a group of people
who do
not have control of any resources?
Bro, you're talking about a systemic racism. We're talking about overall racist.
No.
Overall race. Okay, racism in its.
Do you know what racist means?
Racism in its totality is basically like looking at your race or the race that you're racist against. Your race is greater than any other race. Just keep it very simple. Your race is better than the next race.
But to be racist would have to be able to deny a different group of people resources or prevent them from doing anything.
No, not necessarily.
And we can't do that.
Not necessarily.
You don't know the difference between racist and racist.
You said what?
You don't know the difference between racist and you don't know the difference.
You said the difference between
prejudice
and
racist.
Okay, so what's the difference between racist and prejudice?
Anybody watching this can see it.
What's the difference between racist and prejudice?
I'm gonna tell you the difference between racist and being prejudiced is very simple. You can be prejudiced because you cannot like a person because of what they are. We definitely can do that, right? I have a lot of prejudiced people in my family from down south that don't like white people strictly because they're white. Yes, we can definitely do that. But when we talk about racism, right, it's preventing someone else, a different racial group, right, from doing something else, right, from doing what they want to do. So per definition, I'm going to read it to you, right?
You just created
it's the belief that different races possess distinct characteristics, abilities, qualities, especially so as to distinguish them as inferior or superior to one another. As a black person, we cannot do that. It's not possible in this country.
That was LBC, you about to say something?
No. Well, my definitions, the one I got say racism is prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed at a person or people based on their membership in a particular race or ethnic group.
So LBC, just to be clear, I just want to make sure that I'm clear about that. Your definition involved having racial prejudice in it.
Yeah,
because
and from Reggie's recollection, and from what Reggie just told me, that prejudice and racist is two different things.
It definitely is.
Yeah, hold on. Let me finish though. It involves using power individually or institutionally to oppress, disadvantage, or create hierarchy based on skin, color, ethnicity, or nationality. So, like we've been saying all the time,
hold up, real quick, LBC. Where is this definition coming from?
I just Googled what is racism and it popped
that was on Google. So yeah. Google.
No. I'm going to correct you. I'm going to correct you. Hold
on, Reggie. Hold on.
Is this coming from the same place?
Where did your definition come from, Reggie?
This is Webster.
Listen, our definitions. Listen. Our definitions are coming from the same exact place because I'm looking at it on the screen. This is according to Oxford Languages.
Wait. So I want to, because I just want to make sure I'm clear about what we're talking about. So you got your definition from a Google search lookup, right?
Yeah.
No, that is not what I said.
That's what you did.
That's
You
not what I
said you
said.
and LBC got it from the same place. He got his from a Google search lookup. Where did you get yours from?
Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what it say. I'm gonna show
No,
you.
wait. Where did you get the definition from?
No. Let's look. Let's look. So you can't because you. I see what you do. You like
No, I'm
to
not
try
trying to
to
do nothing.
disprove
I'm
what
just trying to
people
make
say.
sure I get
I'm
the
gonna
facts
show you
before I start
better than I can
speaking.
tell
That's
you.
all.
Allow
Reggie,
me to put this on the
see,
screen and
that's why
show
I say
me.
it's
Say
always
less.
going to be
Say
layers
less.
involved because you
And
can't
watch
never
what it
tell what
says.
a person's
What
intentions are.
exactly?
I'm
What did it
legitimately
say?
down here trying to get the actual
What did it
information
say?
from where you got your definition from, where he got his definition
No.
from,
You're
and why
trying
do
to
both of
put
y'all's
words.
definitions
No.
seem to
You're trying
differ.
to put words in my mouth. You're
How?
trying
You
to put
just
words
said
into my
that.
mouth.
You literally just said that.
Because
You
because
said the definition.
because
He said his
listen, you're
definition.
doing it right now. You're doing it right now.
What am I
Every time you
doing?
ask a person, you're doing it now.
What am I
Every time
doing?
you
What am
ask,
I? What is
you're
it?
doing
What
it.
is it?
Jay. Every time you ask a question, right? Before the person can fucking answer, you talk.
No,
So
you're just
what you're trying
delayed,
to, nigga, you
Reggie. I've
doing it
learned it.
now. Nigga,
No,
you
Reggie,
doing
you're
it
just
now.
delayed.
Nigga,
Hey, bro, you're delayed,
nigga,
bro.
you doing,
Listen, Reggie,
listen. If you're not gonna let me talk, if you're not gonna let me talk, it ain't no point in me being here. If you're not gonna let me talk, it ain't no
Hey,
point in
listen,
me being here.
Reggie. Hey,
If
Reggie.
you're
Hold on.
not gonna let me talk,
No,
Hold
don't
on,
ask me
hold on,
questions.
hold on.
I'm logging out. This nigga won't
No,
let me
no,
talk.
Reggie, don't go
This
nowhere.
nigga
Don't go
won't let you
nowhere.
talk,
Make your
bro.
point.
Chill for a second, bro.
Make your point.
All I'm
Make your
saying
point.
is
Make your point.
you're delayed, so you think that I'm speaking over you. When you're talking, I'm listening. You're not delayed. You delayed, bro. I'm just trying to find out where are y'all getting these definitions from, and why were there two different definitions just given to me for the same word?
Because hold on, Jay. I think they just jumped up. Both of them got up, but he had just put this up. So I don't know what's going on, but I know Google has AI has a lot of part to do with sometimes with Google. Sometimes AI jumps in, but there's two different definitions, and I've known this growing up all my life. Prejudice and racism are two different things. So this
Can
is
you tell,
this is
before
what
you
Reggie,
start,
he's
can you
showing you
tell me
already.
what the difference is between racism and prejudice from your
Okay,
word?
okay, hold on. Because Reggie has put this up. I'm waiting on Reggie to come back. Is Reggie coming back? What we doing?
he ain't logged off.
He ain't log off. I ain't see it either. But this
He's
thing
still
just
here.
went to. Okay,
I'm
this
just
thing
trying to
just
get a
went
real
to.
understanding of what's the difference between these definitions before.
No, he
I
logged off.
actually-
He logged off. He logged off. And I don't want to put it up. Y'all can Google it. You can Google it. There is two. You listen.
I did Google it, but I'm trying. Listen, PG, this is the only thing I'm saying, right? When Reggie
Talk.
read me his or read me whatever the definition he said, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? He told me that racist and prejudice is two different things. I said, well, can you tell me what's the difference between these two things? He gave me his definition. LBC proceeded to then he gave me his definition. Well, it was interesting because LBC's definition and Reggie's definitions was two different definitions. Now, LBC's definition just so happened to have prejudice inside the definition of racism, which kind of coincided with what I already thought in the beginning. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's check this out. Tell me where you get your information. Where did you get this definition? Because in the meantime, I'm over here looking it up my damn self. And I want to make sure that we're all looking at the same shit. Well,
Okay.
also because LBC and me had a conversation before a spat about, well, we should use this dictionary, which was the Merriam and Webster. So I don't want to use a different definition of something that y'all aren't using, and I don't want y'all to use something different than what I'm using. Because if we're gonna have a conversation, we need to make sure that we actually having a conversation and not just speaking our emotions or our opinions on things. And that's where I'm at with it. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
I get it. Both definitions are there, but this is where technology has really fucked up a lot of things because they mixed in a lot of shit together, and it goes deeper than what we like to talk about here because it got a lot to do with politics and shit. But all my life, if you understand the definition between prejudice and racism, so the only way I can explain it to you and to honestly give you my old ass nigga definition, as you if you want to say, which is what I've been taught all my life, and you can actually look up before shit got murky with AI and all this bullshit, the algorithm of a Wikipedia and shit just throwing shit everywhere. It's in the name, okay? Prejudice is prejudging. It's prejudging someone based on their looks, the color of their skin, their religion. Prejudice got nothing to do with niggas and hunkies. Prejudice got to do with prejudging anyone based on the way they look, their religion, anything that you hear about them before you even know what the fuck you getting into. That's what prejudice is, okay? That's what I've been taught. Is what prejudice is. It's prejudging, which everybody fucking do that shit. Because of stereotypes, because of what motherfucker, because of the culture, because of everything. To me, I feel almost everybody got a slight bit of prejudice in them. Now, racism is a whole different thing. That is believing. And honestly, the attempt to eradicate any motherfucker that you feel is not the same race as you, creed, color, doctrine, belief, the same race. I'm Anglo-Saxon, that's it. I'm black, that's it. If you ain't fucking, if you a black nigga, if you ain't black, if you a white motherfucker, you don't mean shit. You ain't shit. If you white, that's where people get the racism thing. Racism is the race thing. I'm a race, color, creed, Asian, Anglo-Saxon, African American, Honduran. It's so many fucking different races of people. But the thing that people seem to notice, to understand about races is the undespicable hate for someone that they have that's not the same color as them.
Can I read you my definitions that I'm looking at on
You can
Oxford
read
and
whatever
Gimmick?
you pulled up. You can read whatever you pulled up. You can read whatever you pulled up.
I'm gonna go
And
with
it might be the same as what I told you.
I think it is kind of similar.
Exactly.
So prejudice, and I have the same understanding of prejudice as what you're saying before I even read this definition. I haven't read it yet, but it's basically just prejudging somebody. So basically just how you explained it is how I understand it. Now, according to Merriam-Webster, it says it's an irrational attitude of hostility directed against an individual, a group, a race, or their supposed characteristics. That's the A side. Now, the racism definition is a belief that a race is fundamental, determinant, or I guess that's determinant of human traits and capacities, and the racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race. Now, this is my understanding of what racism is, and that's also my understanding of what prejudice is. Now, to me, it also seems that prejudice and racism kind of coincide together, which is also what I spoke about during my stream prior to being on here, that you can be prejudiced without being racist, and you can be racist, but you can't be racist without being prejudiced, right?
The latter. Yeah, the latter.
When a person says a black person can't be racist, I can't understand how can those two things come out at the same time? Like, how is that possible? If a black person can have disdain towards any race, I just watched a video where a black person was telling a Mexican to get the fuck off her land. This is her country. So we actually have to be able to be racist to some degree if this woman had the nerve to say that out of her mouth, right? That would make sense, right? We have some kind of power over somebody, right?
See this, so Jay, I think this is where a lot of people kind of get it in with you. You just lumped her into a group with everybody. I don't feel the same way she feels. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up now. Whoa, pause, PG. And I ain't saying no, because we're not gonna do that. Because we have heard black people say in passing times, and I'm not. this ain't me saying that all black people think the same, because I don't think that any culture is a monolith. I don't think any one culture has everybody with the same ideas or thinking. But
Okay.
I do believe that black people do feel that they are entitled to American privileges, just like the next person, correct? And I also do believe that we know when we look at people, i.e., not being judgmental, not being racist, not trying to throw no shots at nobody, but we do look at a Mexican and say, look at these motherfuckers. They need to go back to where they come from.
Not everybody, man.
I'm not, again, like I said, this ain't a monolith statement. It's not about everybody. It's the general consensus. It's a general statement that I'm making. Not saying 100% of 100 is saying this, but I would say that more than 50% is saying it.
I can't give a I don't know who's saying it, my nigga. I can't give.
I don't agree with that. I don't think people just thinking like that. Like,
yeah, that's why I said
I think that's too high. That's way too high of a number. But at the same time, I don't think people just thinking like that. Like, we just looking at a motherfucker and being like,
now that's interesting.
I wish they'd go back where they came from. Like, I don't think people like that.
You know why that's interesting to me? Is because we'll say that white people think like that.
I don't agree with that either. Not all
Every
white people think like that either.
Like that. Yeah,
every white person is not like that. I don't agree with that.
But why we call them racist then?
I'll call the ones that's racist, and the ones that's not. I know a lot of them that's cool. I know how to distinguish the two. Let me get
and I agree with that. Like, it's certain ones, who you could tell when you see a white person or anybody other than black. You could tell when you see somebody and they racist, or it's a different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could walk past an old white man and he might be prejudiced, and he might not smile or whatever. He'll just look stern and keep it walking. You know what I'm saying? Man. Whereas it's another white man, he'll be cool, heads up, everything.
Oh my God, I deal with that shit every day. I don't even
like
know
it depends. Like, everybody ain't like that for real. It's some older white people that's cooler than the younger white motherfuckers for real. Like, it's different for real. I really don't think there's no 50% of people that's just looking and be like, I wish this black motherfucker would go back where he came from, or I wish his Mexican ass wasn't working here. Like, I don't think that.
Hey, so look, man, I just got a message from LBC. I think I'm going. I don't think he I think he wanted to finish the podcast out. He done dipped off. He out for the night, I think. I don't know. So let me see. Here we go. I think we're gonna get him out to close. We ready to close this out tonight? We ready? It's on you, LBC, man.
Well, I lost control of this one.
Nah, nigga, ain't about control, man. Ain't even about control. Oh my gosh.
Why you say you lost control, LBC?
We'll get to that, man. Just go ahead and let's close this out, man, real quick. Let's close this episode out.
We out.
All right, Real Game No Gimmick podcast, man. You already know just the facts, man. Ladies' night on the way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check the Redeployment podcast out. This Real Game No Gimmick podcast out soon to be coming to spot. What's that shit? Spotify, all that shit. All your motherfucking podcasts, we getting ready to drop this bitch, man. We taking this shit to a whole nother fucking level, man. We moving, man. Fuck what y'all talking about. We talking us, nigga. It's going. LBC, anything anybody else want to say, man?
And I hope y'all have a nice night.
Have a good night.
Peace.